What the fuck is my... Oh, here we go, I found it.
I forgot my
underneath?
Where is the cayenne pepper in the paprika?
Okay, hello everyone and welcome to my first episode of Diego Salotto. Here today we got the lovely Jess, who's going to be our guest today. So Jess, let us know a bit about you. Present yourself and talk to me.
Okay, so I'm based in London and I started training when I was 15. That was the first time I literally went in the gym after my friends kind of just basically told me, Jess, you got chubby. I was always skinny as a kid.
Right.
So being skinny, I was always eating whatever I wanted.
All right.
Moved to London when I was 14. I moved to London when I was 14.
You're from where?
Romania.
Oh, Romania. Okay, cool.
Romania.
Okay, cool.
Half English, half Romanian. I'm
Okay,
going to clear that out.
Okay. Whatever.
Yeah, and moved here, so I didn't get enrolled into a school for like 3 months. So I was just sitting on my ass doing nothing and eating. So got chubby, got back to Romania. Everyone was a bit like, what happened to you? And that's when I started training.
Okay, they had this lovely surprise of you being basically another person.
Yeah, and they couldn't hold it in. No one could shut up.
Why? You think
Romania is very straightforward, like.
All right.
And quite like, if you would be in the UK and people would say that to you, that would be considered as bullying. But in Romania, you just have to be tough and take it as it is.
Okay, so it's kind of a way of communication.
Yeah,
all right.
exactly.
You communicate like that.
Very straightforward.
All right, very good. Very good. So you say you started when you were young, so a teenager, right?
Yeah.
I know, because obviously I know you well, that you not only started training, but you were doing bodybuilding specifically, right?
Yeah.
Talk to me about it.
So I started training with my stepdad, actually. He taught me how to train. And then...
Sorry, it was a personal trainer or it was just a self-taught?
So he learned from YouTube. So we would literally go to the gym, spend like 2 hours. He would deadlift and I would just sit there and he would make me watch Alan Froll.
All right.
And he'd be like, Jess, watch that. And then you're going to do the deadlift. And he would correct it. So that was us.
Okay.
Anyway, so I started getting into training. Then I started going by myself without him. And I thought, you know what? One of the guys... This is a bit, I used to like a guy in the gym and he told me, Jess, you should do bodybuilding competitions. You do so well. You love the gym. And I was like, because I wanted to show off, I was like, of course I'll do that. Like, I didn't even know what bodybuilding was. I didn't know you could do bodybuilding. Like, I was like, what's that? So then I decided to hire a coach and I did the bodybuilding. I did my prep. My first prep was 16 weeks.
So you went straight away into competition?
Yeah, that was my first ever. I did some diets, like on and off, like a month of dieting and it was just chicken breast every day. And then a month of, I can't do this shit. I need to go back to normal.
Yeah, that kind of heavy things that usually are not so
exactly.
right.
And that was on and off for like 6 months. And then after that, I started learning about calories. My fitness pal got into that, started tracking my calories. And I thought, you know what? This guy told me to do the bodybuilding competition. I was like, I'm just going to hire a coach and do it. And when I set my mind to something, I just do it. That's when I started my bodybuilding competition. I did it when I was 17. My first prep.
You started training when you were 15, right?
Yeah.
And then after 2 years of training,
I didn't change anything. I looked the same. I wasn't lifting too heavy because I was like, I don't need to lift heavy.
Okay. Okay, I get it. We're gonna talk about this later. Okay.
Yeah.
I was asking you obviously about the bodybuilding, and now you're talking about competitions, right? But you said multiple times, and you talked about it. I asked for competition and bodybuilding. You were talking about food and nutrition.
Yeah.
Could you please explain us why you are talking so much about food and why food and nutrition? Well, we know nutrition is related, is key for any athlete and especially for a bodybuilder, right? Tell me a bit about your nutrition stuff and how did you started and if it was hard and if it was easy, if you did something wrong, if you did something that you probably regret a bit.
So I had a coach and he did the meal plan for me. It was 6 meals a day. It was the first time I was eating 6 meals a day.
And how many calories?
Probably I started on 1,800. So that was at the beginning of the prep of the diet, the first ever diet I've done. I was on 1,800 and I had one oatmeal a day, like one. That's when I started loving oatmeal. That was when my oatmeal session started. So I had the oatmeal, post-workout was cereal, and then just chicken and rice for the rest, 4 meals. Wow. And then the rice disappeared, and it just became vegetables and chicken and vegetables, or egg whites and vegetables. So,
wow.
Yeah, by the end of my diet, I was
you were having just protein and vegetables?
Yeah.
Not carbs
and,
at all?
My pre-workout, the only carbs I had in a day was 20 grams of oats by the end of my diet.
Okay.
Yeah, so 20 grams of oats, and sometimes, if I was lucky, I'll get 100 grams of potato. Wow. That was it. Rest of it was protein and veg, or protein and salad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
And lean protein, so just dry chicken breast, turkey. Or turkey or egg whites.
All right, that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very, very good. We know that we can say that this is probably not right. Or we can say it's not right. And I know it's a sensitive topic, but again, since I really know you well, 3 years?
3 years, yeah.
Right? We work in the same place. And I know that you had some problems, right?
Yeah.
And I know these problems are linked to the fact that you were eating probably in this way, and you then lost your period. So you had amenorrhea, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You want to talk about it?
Yeah, of course. I think it's a really important topic, especially
for everyone to know, right? For everyone to know.
Industry.
Very good, very good.
I'm just gonna stay out there.
Sorry.
Yeah,
just so you guys know how important is to eat properly. And sorry, Jess, but I have to say,
that's fine.
Food is love. Food is life. Do not restrict yourself.
100%.
Do not. Sorry, please.
No.
Jess.
I just wanted to say that the reason I lost my period is it's called hypothalamic amenorrhea.
Okay.
So it's quite common in bodybuilders, like bodybuilding girls, because women are not made to have like 10% body fat. Like whoever is made to have 10% body fat. There are exceptions, like women are naturally lean, some of them.
Absolutely.
I was never naturally lean. So that caused me to lose my period.
You have to force yourself into it. Yes,
exactly.
It makes sense.
I lost it. I think I lost it when I was 57 kilos. Wow. So I only lost 3 or 4 kilos, but I was usually I would say my healthy weight is anywhere between 63 to 65. Used to be 60, but now every time I go below 59, I lose my period, no matter what. I think my body
even now.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
My body is scared because I
it
think it remembers.
It reminds that.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what stopped me from competing.
Also, then you stopped.
Yeah.
Then
so I did a diet I was supposed to compete in 2022, and I started my diet, and then as soon as I started it, within 4 weeks I lost my period.
All right. So what did you do to have your period back?
So most important thing is it's really hard, first of all.
And how long did it take?
So it's still, I'm not gonna lie, it's still not regular. Okay. Because if I undereat 1 month, that's it, I lose my period. If I eat under 2,000 calories, I will lose my period. I have to make sure that I'm always, if I do too much exercise, I'll lose it. If I start losing weight, my period just goes at the moment. So I think it still takes time to get it back to being normal.
So it's actually unbelievable how our body is literally telling us, giving us signal to like, what the hell are you doing? Why are you doing it, right? This is unbelievable. So what did you do then to, I already said, to have your period back?
Yes, so I cut out exercise. I was exercising like maybe twice a week. But no personal best, like just kind of lifting the weights, no cardio.
Moving.
Yeah, just moving my body because it was more for my mental health, like coming from training every day.
So it was more kind of a healing process. Yes. You started the healing process.
Exactly. Okay. And I started tracking my calories just to make sure I eat enough because I found myself going back into old habits, like not eating breakfast because that's what I used to do when I was bodybuilding, So,
even if, sorry if I say that, not every bodybuilder doesn't have breakfast, right?
100%.
So that was your way.
That was my way.
Because I've seen guys smashing it food, like having food. It might be a bit boring because sometimes they're strict on certain protein that they're gonna have, low glycemic index carbs. We know that like oats and blah blah blah. But I've seen guys smashing it 3,000-4,000 calories, 100%. Right?
Yeah.
So I think it was Your way.
It was my way because I didn't eat a lot. Like I was only eating 1,200 calories. So I was like, I don't want to starve at the end of the day. Like I would rather try to postpone breakfast and my meals as long as I can.
Yes.
So I can have a lot of food at night because I'm a late snacker.
All right. So, well, that's pretty intense. And again, it's actually unbelievable how the idea of what is good, what is right to do, it doesn't always match what is actually good.
Like actual good.
The good things
You'd think,
do.
Eating less and training more is better for you.
Yes.
But actually sometimes less is more. And I've learned that by losing my period loads of times. Like I'll get it back, lose it again.
So it happened multiple times.
Every time I was dieting. So every time I would gain weight, I wanted to be like, okay, so I'm a bit uncomfortable. I want to go back to having a bit of abs, having a bit more lines, you know? And then I would go back to like eating, but not low calories. I'll just restrict by 200 calories a day. And then next month, poof, it's gone.
And you were like on 2,000 calories already, or you were a little bit lower than that?
So when I first got my period back, I was on 3,500 calories.
All right, so you were eating. All right, you were eating.
Yeah.
Like, well, 3,500 is, I don't want to say a huge amount, but it's a good amount of calories.
I went from 49 kilos in the space of a year to 69. And when I got to around 66, that's when I got my period. And that was a slow process. It wasn't like, bam, overnight.
All right. So it was, okay, it wasn't quick. So
it wasn't quick. It took like a year to get to 69.
And you were still training?
Yeah, I was still training through it.
And did you maintain that 2 sessions per week? Or you were nice and slow increasing then?
Well, it's a bit rocky because at first I was with my coach.
Okay.
And my coach back
Even
then,
after the competition?
So after the competition, I was with my coach. And I think as a bodybuilding coach, if you have women, the first priority, if they've lost their period during their thing, is to get their period back. Whereas my coach was just like, oh no, don't worry, you'll come back. Ooh. So I was still after doing hours of cardio throughout I was doing 7 days a week of cardio, 1 hour and a half on the Stairmaster. After that, he was still making me do cardio and I was only eating 1,500 calories. Yeah, so my period, there was no way it was coming back.
Okay.
And then I took matters on my own hands. I left him and I was like, you know what, I'm going to do this by myself. Like, I know what I have. I looked at other people and other girls on YouTube. I was like, I know what's going on. I'm going to do it myself. And then I got another coach and he got me even further. Because at some point, I was fed up. I was like, I still haven't got my period back. I was at like 60 kilos. I was like, I don't want to gain more weight. And then this coach, so I wouldn't have gone past 2,500 calories. He was like a mental block for me. Okay.
Like,
it was scary.
Obviously, it was.
So then I hired another bodybuilding coach. And he got me on 3,500 calories. And then we started going up from 60 to 69 kilos.
And it took time to get to 3,500.
Yeah, he did it slowly.
Very good. So it didn't happen today. You got 1,500 and tomorrow you're going to have 3,500. It's impossible,
it went like
right?
2,700, 3,000.
Yeah, nice and slow. Like 100 calories every week or 200 every week, whatever. So
exactly. Progressively.
Very, very good. So after you had this experience with these two personal trainers, right?
Yeah.
Now you are a PT, right?
Yeah.
All right. So you have a lot of experience, right? Even if you're very young, because you try that on yourself. So self-experience. Very, very good. Why did you decide to become a personal trainer?
So after having a coach that wasn't really prioritizing my health, I was like, you know what? I don't want women to go through the same thing as I did. I know so many women. I don't know what is wrong with the internet, but there's this 1,200 calorie diet. Like every woman I've talked to talk about, I eat 1,200 calories to lose weight. And I'm like, and they're like, but I don't lose it. And I'm like, that's why. So, everyone was going to uni. I was 18. All my friends were going to uni and everything. And I was just like, I don't know what I want to do. And then I had this idea pop in my head, like, why don't I do what I really like help other women do the same thing.
All right.
And other people, I want them to have a healthy lifestyle, not something that's like restrictive, like I went through. Especially because I know how much it damaged me in a way, like mentally, and I had such a
It
bad relationship with
definitely
food.
affects
Yeah.
you. It definitely affects you.
And
definitely.
I wanted to help other people, so that's when I enrolled to my PT course.
That's good. That's very, very good. Guys, just so you know, it doesn't mean every bodybuilder is bad.
Yeah,
Doing
no,
bodybuilding is
100%.
not bad. It's fantastic. Here's my background.
Yeah.
I've done comp. I know what
Yeah,
does it
yeah.
mean. And my competition and my preparation, my prep before the competition was nothing like Jess.
Yeah. Every experience is different.
It's different. My experience was very, very good. I was eating food. Obviously, if you wanted to look lean, you had to cut.
Yeah, yeah.
You had to cut, absolutely. But it's something that is going to last for 6 months or 7
Yeah.
months or 8 months. You cut a little bit, but during the process, you bulk.
Yeah.
You eat loads of food, you want to get stronger, you get
Yeah,
stronger,
yeah.
and then nice and slow, you drop the food, you drop the calories, and then it's going to get better. So absolutely thumbs up for any bodybuilders putting the work on it.
Oh yeah, yeah. 100%.
I think it's not just about body. I think it's about CrossFit, powerlifting, calisthenics.
Oh, yeah, anything,
If you,
yeah.
if you got a bad coach, you got a bad coach. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't matter if it's bodybuilding.
And they are out there, you know, you don't know when you first
You
start because
don't
you're like,
know.
oh my God, you see the results and you think
Yes,
that must be
you're
great.
right.
But that's
You're
just
right.
my experience. Like I had to go on low calories because my body wouldn't drop weight otherwise. Other people that have a faster metabolism
Very
eat
good.
more and they have a better,
Very good.
better response to it.
So we could definitely say that probably your body
yeah.
was not made
Yeah.
to
do bodybuilding.
to do bodybuilding, or probably to take that stress.
Yeah.
Or probably it was done too quick.
Too quick.
It
probably.
might be.
Well, my first diet, I lost weight like this. I went from 63 to 50 kilos in like 12 weeks and I was losing weight every day. My second diet, I had to push so much because my body was like, I don't want to do it anymore.
Oh yeah, obviously, yeah. It was like,
My body was like,
that.
no.
No,
Yeah.
please, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then your hormones, what
Hormones were messed up,
for
yeah.
a woman is.
Yeah.
3
terrible.
times harder, 3 times harder.
Yeah.
All right. So you said you became a PT to show your experience, to help people, especially women. Would you like to talk about your training style? Because we have been talking just about bodybuilding, but I know
Yeah.
you're not training like a bodybuilder.
No, not anymore. So when I quit bodybuilding in 2022, I came to decisions that I was going to quit.
Sorry, you said when you quit, you mean no more comps.
No more comps.
No more
more
comps.
comps.
No more comps. Okay.
So I was still trying to find my feet. I was so lost because I think you get so used to doing push-pull legs, you know, push-pull legs 6 days a week. That was my training style.
It makes sense.
So I did a bit of boxing. I did a bit of CrossFit.
All right.
Just trying to find my feet. Whereas now, to be honest, I don't really have a training style.
All right.
I just train for the enjoyment, the health. Some weeks I like to go heavy and be like, oh my God, how much can I deadlift?
All right.
Other weeks I'm like, I cannot be asked to deadlift, so I'm just going to do something else.
Are you still seeing results?
Yeah,
and I'm not talking about
100%.
aesthetic results. I'm talking about overall results.
Yeah, 100%.
Are you still improving yourself?
Yeah.
So we can still say that even if we do not train for a specific thing, and we just move our body, we go to the gym, we lift weight, then we do a bit of body weight, we do a bit of whatever, we still can see results.
You know, I had a bit of a thing with calisthenics.
Yeah, I remember.
I
I
was doing skin the cat and everything.
I remember.
Started pistol squat and now I can do them, which is good. But yeah, like doing the pistol squats and everything, my mobility has never been as good. So that's something you don't really get from the style of training I ever did. So I was like, that's pretty cool.
And how long did it take for you to learn how, let's say, to pistol squat?
Yeah. I would say I got my first pistol squat in like 2 months. But then I had the strength in my legs.
Very good.
It was more the mobility.
Very, very good. What about your mobility? It was good already? It was like average level? It was a bad level?
It was average, I'll say.
Average?
Like, it was okay.
So it's something reachable. I mean, pistol squat is not something like, oh, am I never going to do it? Yeah, we put the work on. Very good. Very, very good. Yeah, because, sorry if I ask you that, because sometimes for people that obviously don't know about calisthenic or bodyweight stuff, they see people doing things and they're like, oh, how?
Exactly.
Well, it is art, but it's something that
can be.
It can be done, right?
Yeah, I think you don't realize when you're in it how your body's changing. Yes. Like you look back and you're like, I could never do a pull-up or whatever, and now you can. But you don't see it because you keep comparing yourself to last week's session, not 3 years ago.
Brava.
Or not 2 years
Brava,
ago.
Jessie. Yeah. Brava. I think that is the main problem. the idea of everyone, especially the one that are not used to train, is like, okay, I'm gonna start training today. In 2-3 weeks, you're gonna see that.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't work like that.
No.
I've been training for a very long time and still fighting, still grinding every day, and still failing every single day.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it happened to you too, and it happened to everyone.
It doesn't happen overnight.
Bravo, but it's not like overnight oats,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
It's not like overnight oats, right?
Diego, what do you do for a living?
Second, sorry?
What do you do for a living?
I am a professional model.
Okay. And what's your favorite food, Diego?
My favorite food is protein oats, overnight oats.
Oh,
That's what I don't like pizza. I don't like pasta. I just love myself.
Let's talk about goals. It's 2023. It's January. Everyone is so hyped about January. Everyone is so hyped about new resolutions and blah, 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 blah. I set up a few goals. I'm start working on some new calisthenic skills. I'm gonna do a video of that. I'm gonna post in a few weeks, next week's.
Stay updated to that.
Yeah, I will. But I want to ask you, have you got any big goals for this year? Let's talk about training first.
Training. Well, I don't really have any goals for training. My goals, I've actually made a vision board. So I love making vision boards. My goals are just to move my body more intuitively.
Okay.
I've been so strict with myself these past 5 years that I think I need to allow myself to be like, fuck it, I don't want to train today. I'm not going to train. So just kind of that kind of goals. I think I want to start looking at doing different things like a bit more CrossFit. I've always wanted to be a runner, but I've never been. But I kind of want to get into running as well. But let's see. I always say that.
Okay. And I don't think it's a secret.
No.
What is going to happen?
We're going to Bali.
Yeah!
Literally in, what's that? 13 days. 13 freaking days.
Bali. Okay, just why?
So in Bali, that's the thing. So in Bali, I'm just thinking of doing my own shit.
Sorry, because everyone is going to Bali. What is happening there?
So I've been there when I was 16, actually.
All right.
Or 17, one of those. 16 or 17, I went to Bali with my parents.
You know what? Sorry. When you say 17, in my brain, it's like, oh yeah, that happened like 15, 12 years ago.
That was like...
No, but that's what happened in my head because I'm 35 and you're 23 or whatever.
22, turning 23, jeez.
22. Yeah. I want to like a big zoom in this one. 22, right? Please, just tell me about Bali.
So we went there, and I honestly, when I went there, we stayed there for a week, and I was like, I want to come back here, and I want to live here for as long as I can, whenever I can.
Oh, you're talking about Bali. Okay.
Yeah, this is Bali.
Bali.
So when we went there, I was like, it's just beautiful. Like, everyone there.
Yes, I'm pretty sure
really nice. Like, everything is just, I feel like you just feel like you're there in the moment. I don't know what is about Bali, but maybe it's Eat, Pray, Love as well. Whoever's watched it, watched it.
All right. Okay, I get it. This. Julia Roberts.
Roberts, yeah.
I think she went to Italy too.
She went to Italy,
in that movie, right? Yeah.
In Napoli and Rome.
Yes.
Yeah. But no, like, just Bali feels amazing. It's an amazing destination for anyone that is on a budget as well. It's Asia, so everything's pretty cheap.
All right.
I think we got a private villa for like £900. And that's like us being lucky. First month, we're staying in a guest house. And that was only £250 each for 30 nights.
Each?
Yeah. And that's with the private pool, like with the private pool for everyone though. But £250 for like 30 nights. And then our villa is £900 altogether.
You will spend that in a night out here in London.
Oh my God, yeah, exactly.
You just go have a pizza, you go to the cinema, that's it, bye-bye, gone. All right.
And I really want to try surfing as well. And Bali's really good for surfing.
All right. So it is kind of a thing like, I have many friends, they've been there. And every time they come back, I've just like Zoom called them, right? And they said this, and many of them have been saying that. I know it sounds pretty like yogi-ish, kinda.
Yeah.
But they said I found myself.
Yes,
That's what they
it,
said.
yeah.
That's what they said. It's like you are reconnected to
That's
nature,
what I wanna do, yeah.
and the weather is nice, and you go
Weather's
to the
nice,
seaside, and you got this tropical forest. Is it
Yeah,
correct,
tropical
right?
forest,
And
yeah.
it
Rice
is-
fields, yeah. And
Yes.
I think in Ubud you can actually go to a place where they kind of baptize you again. So it's kind of like, yeah, like connecting to the source. And I really like the fact that they're
So
Buddhist
kind of
as
like
well.
religious thing
Yeah.
you're talking about. All right,
Yeah,
all right.
I'm not a very religious person.
All right.
Personally, but if I had to
I'm with
resonate
you.
with a religion, like
All right.
I would mostly resonate with Buddhism. That's why Bali's
sense.
attracted me a lot, because that's where I learned a lot about Buddhism as well.
All right. I do not
so
really
yeah.
know a lot about Buddhism, but I think it is probably one of the religion that I feel a little
Yeah,
bit
more
closer to
Yeah,
me.
I don't know a
what
lot
closer
about it
to
either,
me,
yeah.
what closer to me in terms of Buddhism and religions.
Yeah.
Okay. So Bali. Okay. Yes, let's move back into the training.
Stuff. There is a topic.
Yeah.
I will start from very far. So I'm 35, right? So let's say I'm a 90s kid. So, well, 1987. So I lived the 90s, right? And I remember Spice Girls, especially the posh Spice Girl, Victoria. And I remember Cindy Crawford, and I remember Naomi Campbell, and I remember Kate Moss.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jess, Kate Moss. So in the 90s, these girls, they were like dream girls for any teenagers.
Yeah.
Right? What do they have in common? We know that, right? We already know that,
Yeah.
right? They were very, very skinny.
Yep.
Very, very skinny. So the topic that I want to open with you and the question that I would like to make is, first of all, I'm really glad that in the last few years, I'm sad to be fair because it would have been happened a little long time ago, but now, okay, it's fine. 4 years, 3 years, it's fine.
Yeah.
Isn't it actually fantastic how finally girls, they go to the gym and finally they're not scared anymore to train like men, right?
Yeah.
So they go heavy squats, heavy deadlift, bench press, pull up, chin up. They're not scared anymore to look bulky because they think they'll lose their femininity.
Yeah.
To be fair, I prefer that.
Oh yeah.
Naomi, beautiful. Cindy, beautiful. Victoria, beautiful. But I think my idea is more into that healthy, strong power.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think, Jess?
100% I agree. I think I trained for a body image for my whole life, and now just the first few months that I've not trained to look a certain way. And it feels really good to not feel the pressure of like, oh, let me take a check-in picture, let me see how big my bum is, or this and that. Like, this is the first time I've actually trained for like strength and just like movement.
Performance. Yeah.
And I think when I was younger, I would always think, because when you look back to the 90s, all these girls were doing back then, they were doing Pilates, body weight workouts, like 2 little kilo dumbbells, this and that.
Eating lettuce.
Yeah, exactly.
No eating at all.
Or no eating at all. Like, and I used to think that when I first started gymming, I was like, oh my god, I can't lift weights because I'm gonna get bulky. But I'm actually like so glad. Like yesterday, I was walking in the gym and I was like, there's so many women in the squat racks. I was like, this is amazing. Like, not women are starting to feel a bit more empowered to train like for strength.
They're not scared anymore
Yeah.
to move into the weightlifting area. And if men are screaming and shouting and doing grunting like what they're just there waiting. Come on. Let's share the bench press. Let's share the squat rack. I don't care.
amazing.
You're strong. I'm strong too. That's very, very good. Very, very good. All right. Obviously, you had this big change, right?
Yeah.
You used to look like this, and now you look like this, right? So as we can see in this picture, you had a huge change in your body, right? So you turned into a very lean version of you into a more powerful, strong version of you. And I can see many difference in your body in terms of muscle growth and your body shape is changed too. Obviously for me, not for me, I think for everyone, in a positive way. Oh my God, I'm blushing. What? No, don't. No, you already know what I'm talking about. Okay, wait. So, I noticed something that you can train for 30 years, 50 years, 100 years. You can change your body shape, but I noticed something. I'm not gonna make the question. You talk about it.
Yeah.
What happened there? What happened?
So, I got my boobs done.
All right, yes, I knew it. Okay, yes, please.
And so I got them done
Why?
mainly.
So,
Why?
Yeah. Why? Yes, why?
Mainly because when I was bodybuilding, I lost a lot of weight. My boobs gone really saggy. So
Because you lose fat.
lost
and
fat, and then
fat.
it doesn't come back the same. It does. I wish it could.
All right.
But it did not come back the same, and after that I was like, oh my God, what happened? I was 17, I was like, what the fuck, my boobs not coming back? They literally never came back. I didn't like it, because I was used to obviously having a certain amount of boobs, and I was like, I don't like this. And I remember I was looking out to do chest workouts, to elevate the boobs or something to make them higher.
The incline bench,
so you can to get the pecs up. I was literally doing all of that. I was like, how can I get bigger boobs by training? And I just realized, oh fuck, I can't.
Oh, all right. So that was the main aesthetic.
Yeah, aesthetic actually, which is interesting because now I don't regret it because I love them. I don't regret it, but that was my aesthetic era as well. It was more about how I can make my body look better, When
did you do your?
2022 April.
Yeah, 1 year basically.
Literally nearly
10 months ago,
10 months,
10 months ago.
2022 in
All
April.
right, and when you were looking at yourself naked in the mirror, how were you feeling?
Not as confident as I do now.
Very good, very good.
Yeah.
I understand that.
And I've always wanted to wear certain tops, and I was like, I can't wear this top because my boobs don't look good in it.
Makes sense. So it was
more
literally aesthetic. Really
Aesthetic,
aesthetic.
yeah.
Okay. Is it painful?
Yeah, for me it was painful. I know other women have different experiences. I did make a YouTube video on it, so you guys can.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna link it. I'm gonna link it. Now you give me the link, and I'm gonna link it. Yeah, I'm gonna link it down here.
So I did make a YouTube video about it, but mine was really painful. Right. I did have a lift as well. So some women just get an implant, so they just get a cut on the hair. And it's a 1 hour procedure. Mine was 3 hours because my boobs were saggy. They had to lift them up. So my procedure was 3 hours, and they did say that because I had big pecs muscles,
all right,
and they were under the muscle as well, so that made it more painful because they're obviously they're pushing the muscle out.
Okay. So to get in,
under
to
the
get
muscle,
in,
yeah. So the muscle's so much more stretched. So after the surgery, I could not get up. I was literally lying in bed like this. My mom had to lift me up to go to the toilet for 3 days.
Sorry, I'm not laughing, but I
yeah,
understand
it was
the
crazy.
struggle.
I expected it to be less painful because of all the videos I seen personally. Girls were doing stuff after day 2, whereas I couldn't even flush the toilet.
Yeah, but you didn't know that your specific case was completely different.
Yeah, and it depends on how much muscle you have. If you get it over or under the muscle.
All right.
The muscle should be less painful, but under the muscle is more natural looking. I wanted them natural looking as well.
So it's also about the
shape and how it looks.
How it looks. Okay. What about the healing process? How long did it take?
I know some people train after 2 weeks. It's honestly dependent on every person. My surgeon just said to me, don't train for 8 weeks. So my first leg sessions was after 8 weeks, and then upper body was after 12 weeks. And that was body weight. Body weight. When I was doing Bulgarian split squat, I was like, oh my God.
Were you doing upper body too? Or just the lower body?
No, just lower body for 4 weeks, and then I did upper body.
All right.
Yeah.
And then you start with the upper body. Just one more topic that I want to discuss about. We talked about, we mentioned performance.
Yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo, Serena Williams, LeBron James, and whatever.
Yeah.
Do you think these guys here, these people here,
Yeah.
they wake up in the morning and they like, oh, let me see how I look, and today finally I can train, and so I can look the way I look?
Yeah.
Or they basically, let me say that they don't give a F about it, and the results of them
Yeah.
for training like pro athletes,
Yeah.
right, actually allow them to look like this.
Yeah.
I don't think Cristiano wakes up
No,
and says,
he's
oh,
like, let me
to-
check my abs first.
very probably he
Yeah.
probably does it,
Yeah.
but he's not waking up in the morning and thinking, oh, let me do some crunches because I have to show off.
Yeah, my
No, right?
abs, I know.
So they just go for it. They just train to be stronger. Using Bolt.
2 meters, 90 kilos, right? Huge biceps, huge shoulders, huge legs, abs, six-pack. I think he's waking up in the morning and saying, oh, yeah, please let me see how I look. No,
Yeah.
he just trains
Trains
for performance,
yeah.
right? So he pushes himself, and then, is it correct to say as a pass-by product? As a
Yeah.
result,
Yeah, of course.
he got
yeah.
that body,
He
right?
got that body, yeah.
So I'm not saying that we do not have to train specifically for our aesthetic,
Yeah.
but I think we have to do like half and a half.
Yeah.
All right. Focusing on compounds, movement, pushing ourselves, go heavier, try to progressive overload. We know that things.
Yeah.
But if we constantly look on the mirror and check, oh, the biceps, oh, the shoulders, it's psychologically, it's not going to help. So I think instead of this, we have to focus more on every week, one more rep.
One more rep. Exactly.
Or
that's it. Yeah.
one more kilo.
Yeah. One more
No,
kilo, one more rep.
Does it
yeah.
make sense? That's it. So if I have, let's say, a 4x8 on the
Yeah.
squat, so 4 sets, 8 reps, week 1.
Yeah.
On 100 kilo, whatever it is, just 100
Yeah,
kilo,
yeah.
bench press, 4x8. The following week, I'll try to have 4x9.
Yeah, exactly,
Or
yeah.
4x8
Eight,
with
yeah.
101 kilo.
101, yeah.
You agree with that?
100%, yeah. Progressive overload is key.
Yes, it is, right? I think what people usually and generally don't like
Yeah.
is the amount of time that is going to take for them
Yeah.
to reach the goal.
Yeah.
And they leaving with this idea of quick.
I know.
And
So many people want results in 4 weeks, but results take time, like ages.
do you think it's because there are some
Oh my God, 30-day workouts.
Some of us.
Nah.
No, some of us.
Yeah.
Some of us selling a 6 weeks program
Yeah.
and saying you're gonna lose
You're going to lose.
15
Yeah,
kilos
exactly.
and you're gonna gain 10 kilo muscle.
More about long term.
Is
yeah.
it? Okay. Jess, was a big pleasure to have you here.
Thank you. I enjoyed
it was
having
great. So you can follow her on Instagram.
Yes,
What's your...
at JESSIE'S.
Okay. Do not forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on Diego Gennaro Personal Trainer on Instagram and on Facebook, and turn notification on. It was a great pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Jess. Thank you. Bye.